Any BRIC state that even mentions the destruction of the dollar will be charged a 150% tariff.
How's that working out so far? Not very well, is it? Because apparently, in addition to going well past the 150% in tariffs and still getting no change out of China, the US empire's big attempt to bully the BRICS nations into submission has not only failed but has descended into the realms of farce. Take Indonesia, for example, where the Quick Response Code Indonesian Standard, an Indonesian digital payment system that uses QR code technology, has apparently been singled out in the Office of the United States Trade Representative's 2025 National Trade Estimate Report on Foreign Trade Barriers as a threat to US interests. Why is an Indonesian payment solution considered a threat to anybody, least of all the US? Well, because of a little something called cross-border payments. You see, Indonesia recently integrated QRIS with Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore. Previously, the only way for these countries to interact economically was to use the US dollar as a bridging currency. Now, using this technology, they're able to transact with each other using each other's currencies and get real-time cash settlement into their local bank accounts in their local currency. The Philippines, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and Brunei are also at varying stages of integrating the same payment system, and China, Japan, and South Korea are reportedly also looking to integrate their payment systems with Southeast Asia. This could turbocharge Asian commerce and aid the integration of Asia into the world's undisputed economic center. Now, if you're from Asia, Africa, Latin America, or anywhere else outside the imperial core, this is very good news. Economic multipolarity leads to growth and new opportunities for everyone. If you are the US government, however, and you oversee an unproductive post-industrial economy that is held up by an overvalued currency that maintains its artificial value through its use as a de facto global currency, this is very bad news. It means that not only are you about to lose your economic mainstay, but you're also about to lose the linchpin of your diplomatic power, the ability to impose trade sanctions and effectively weaponize your currency as a blunt force instrument to force compliance. In fact, the current US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has previously expressed this exact fear.
Today, Brazil cut a trade deal with China. They're going to from now on do trade in their own currencies, get right around the dollar. They're creating a secondary economy in the world, totally independent of the United States. We won't have to talk about sanctions in 5 years because there'll be so many countries transacting in currencies other than the dollar that we won't have the ability to sanction them.
We're learning something new from all of this. That behind the wall of arrogance that has characterized the empire for so long, this is how the imperial sausage has always been made. Not by deploying any particular talent in innovation or efficiency or productivity, but by brutal gunboat diplomacy, forcing Asian countries at gunpoint to use your currency and effectively absorb your inflation, and forcing African countries also at gunpoint to import your corn and your frozen meat and your fruit juice, effectively destroying their local agriculture and handing over their food security to you. The emperor is finally naked.